All right, now we're ready, George.
Okay, ready? Watch me trip over it now. Very obstacle. Very obstacle courtish. Very obstacle. I knew this shopping cart would come in handy, boy. Yeah. See this cookie? It's very Mighty Wilburish. Okay?
Okay.
I keep it for later.
Remember,
Remember, I told you I was making a trip with Mighty Wilbur, and he's in the back seat of my car, and we hadn't even stopped to eat yet, and I heard some crunching going about Columbia, and I looked back there, and he's eating a taco. And I asked him where he got it. He said, "Oh, I'll keep him here." You know the bibs he wore, which was a chute? He had a zipper right here, boy, and he kept a taco in there. And he just pulled it out, took a bite, put it back. Said, "I eat it for later. That's what I'm gonna do with this cookie." See, this cookie's so old anyway. Putting it in my pocket, it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? See, boy, that's why you eat stale cookies. Christmas. Okay. No,
in case you gotta take a bullet, you never know. You never know.
They're factory sealed. Well,
let me see. This camera's bothering me. There's a lot of things bothering me right now, George.
They're factory sealed, so it keeps the.
They're good forever.
Yeah, it keeps all the locusts and disease out.
Locust.
Okay.
I really don't like this camera shot. I had this right. I had this
You
right.
about took 2 bumps.
Somebody moved. Somebody moved it.
Hugging.
Somebody moved
Bro.
the camera.
Listen, I thought it was 1980 again this past weekend, all the bumps I had to take in the business. You know? Trying to get all these other guys over, Mike Lee. Okay. We got a lot to cover.
I never thought I'd say this kid George.
Did you take the cradle shock? I would have
Oh,
paid
bro,
money if you
I'm
took
going
the
to tell
cradle
you,
shock.
I think Stan Lane gave it to me. He gave me everything else. Well, lit me up, man. Okay, I tapped out on a chop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the edition of Daddy or Q Wrestle. Hear the claps. You know what time it is, George. How was your weekend?
Bullet, if the fans notice here at Daddy Don't Work Here, I'm clapping a little slow with this hand, with this shoulder, because that's where Stan Lane lit me. That's where Kevin Conley lit me up with a chop. You hear me? Anyway, Bullet, so much going on. Listen, I gotta say this before I forget it, Bullet. There is a comedian that's going to be at the Comedy Zone. I don't know who.
Don't
he
even
is.
get me started on comedians, George. Like we had to delay broadcasting.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
Go ahead.
You know how I tell you when I'm driving over here, the radio, they're advertising the Comedy Zone, and they give you, supposedly, I guess, the best material from this guy, hoping I'll go see him.
Yeah.
This guy right here, the dumbest joke I think I've ever heard of.
Okay.
I mean, and he's headlining the Comedy Zone, and just, I guess I'm saying all that to say, just wait, that you there's hope, boy. Seriously, his joke was so stupid. It was seriously like I drive a fast German car, so when I watch these police shows, I think there's still hope. That was it. Well, I don't know if the commercial was cut off before he got
To the punchline?
or surely that wasn't a punchline. Me,
Who knows?
Bullet. That wasn't even.
It's Joe McHale. He's more of an actor than he is comedian.
It had to be. And what's funny is they didn't even like put the laughs in the back. You know what I'm saying? At least you can say that if they.
You don't put the laughs in. The laughs are supposed to happen.
Oh, it didn't.
Okay.
Well, it didn't.
Right.
It don't make me want to go to Comedy Zone. That's all I'm saying. But anyway.
Listen, I don't want to deal with comedians at all. I just got off messaging a comedian who's flying in. He needs somebody very wrestlerish.
Oh.
He's flying into Charlotte. He needs somebody to drive him to Charleston, and also he needs somebody with the sound equipment. And he's got a show Thursday. He has nothing Friday, but he does have something in Saturday. Now, he's booked these rooms in South Carolina and North Carolina, which is something I'm not able to do, so more power to you. But he's got these places booked, but he needs a car and a sound system to get to those locations. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm booked Friday night in Atlanta. Maybe you could ride with me and we can do all this. And which I was like, I don't know. I don't even know this guy.
Oh,
I'm stuck on the road with this guy for 3 days. But then then I'm like, all right, well, we can maybe make this happen. You're going to give me some time. You're going to pay for some of the gas.
Exactly.
And I'm like, okay, this is all work out good. And then I go to him like, hey, the only hang up is I drive a pickup truck. And
Please tell me he didn't.
He goes, oof, I don't know about that. The gas could kill me on that. I'm like, you don't have a car? You don't have a sound system.
No.
And I'm potentially going to give you another spot out of this whole thing. And, I'm not even that thrilled about all these particulars to begin with. Because I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. So I'm hoping he says no.
No.
I
totally agree.
I left in his... Because he said his other option was to rent a car and then meet with somebody down in Charleston. I'm like, all right, well, if you feel like renting a car is going to be a cheaper option, you go ahead and do that. And he goes, why don't you give me the make and model of your car? I'm like, you want my social security number too?
Yeah. A kidney? Oh, Bullet.
So I don't know. I may have a whole loop of comedy that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Or I may be just doing what I was going to do anyways, which is because now my Saturday, but it worked out good because my Saturday got canceled. So I may be in Seagrove with you. If this guy gets weird.
Oh, I love that.
Tully maybe with Dusty.
Oh, I love that. We may land you in on the helicopter in Seagrove. Bullet, it must be in the air because as you were speaking that this past week for me, similar, I had a guy contact me about, I guess there's a website, autographs, this is Mike Lee, Pro Wrestlers Autographs for free. That's actually your website.
Is that where my address is at right now?
Yes, it has to be because, and I've noticed I started getting these letters. Well, the guy contacted me and he said, can I ask you some questions? Because I said the word free. I said the word free. I didn't want to do it. But anyway, so he asked me, can I ask some basic questions on how wrestlers feel about fans and their autographs and, you know, the right time or wrong time. I said, no, I don't mind. So brother sends me, probably 200 questions. And I'm at the library on a time frame fighting a bunch of old women for the computer. So I said, sir, you're going to have to condense this. I mean, you got to condense this, brother. So anyway, he condensed it, which I give my hat off to him. So I take a small amount of time to actually type in the answers, which is brutal for me. Bullet, okay? So, I finish, Mike Lee, I send, I email it back to this gentleman, feeling very Pulitzer Prize winner-ish after this for my answers, okay? Yeah. Just telling fans to be respectful when they approach us, whatever, if we're with our family, you know, the do's and don'ts. Anyway, so I sent this back, answering this man's question. You know what the first thing he wrote back to me was? Wow, I'm sure glad I got grammar check. Mike Lee. At first, I didn't know what he meant. Okay, I don't know what the heck grammar.
I'm trying.
Bullet.
We are both trying to have as much patience as possible.
You know what I told him? I said, brother, you go ahead and answer them questions, and then they're going to know it didn't come from me. If the grammar ain't bad, then it didn't come from me.
Yeah.
But the point that I took time. Do you understand? Bro's more excited about that he's got spell check and grammar check than what I took time to do. I'll never do it again. That's what I'm saying. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, so go ahead and answer it with the correct spellings and the correct grammar, and people say, George didn't answer that. I'm going to tell you that right now. But what about just the effort of, okay, I ain't getting paid nothing to answer your questions. I ain't getting paid nothing to help out. I will help. Anyway, so kind of not as bad as what you're experiencing, but you're thinking.
I don't know who this guy is. He's already got me stressed out. I don't know. He could be the worst human being forever, and I just locked myself in a car with him for 3 days.
Oh, boy.
When really what I had originally planned was just a nice little trip down to Atlanta, hang out with some of my friends, and then come back up here and wrestle you in Seagrove. That was a good little weekend.
That's a good weekend.
You know, but,
so I'm gonna be hot now,
but I felt like, you know, I need to get some work in. There's some spots. You never know. This guy flies off to New York or wherever. I'm going to be back in these wineries if they want to have a rebooking. You know, so we don't know. This is leading to business with me, so I'm willing to do all that. But I feel like I'm already regretting that I put myself out there like that.
Exactly.
But don't worry, he may get crazy and just be like, "Nah, I'd just rather rent a car.
Right.
I think it's gonna be cheaper."
Right.
And then I'm out. I'm free off the hook. Then I look like the nice guy because I tried.
No, exactly. And ain't that funny? Because I feel for you because you offered your help, but you're almost hoping that he changes his mind now and he don't take you up on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what was pretty simple and you had it all lined out, worked out, is now,
I didn't know.
you're catering to him.
Well, the thing is, I didn't know how to feel about this guy. But when all of a sudden he said, "Woof, a truck," that might kill.
Bullet.
I'm like, all right. I already don't like you.
No, exactly.
I already don't like you.
Bullet. Listen,
I'm giving you a sound system.
Mike Lee, I think you were there. I think you was with me. That time, Big Time Wrestling, Flair and Steamboat in Bluefield, West Virginia, and Flair needed a ride to the airport. And the promoter asked me, could I go find one of my friends there to take him? So I went and found one of my friends in West Virginia to give Flair a ride to the airport, remember? And that's what Flair asked the brother. Flair said, what kind of car you drive? Brother had like an old Blazer. Well, it used to be a Blazer, but the name fell off. So we ain't even sure if it was a Blazer. Flair, that guy is still in depression over that. After Flair, ask him. Flair wouldn't ride with him. Okay, well, you just pay for a taxi and get your own flight there. But anyway, I'm right there with you, Bullet. What could have been, now it's more work. Now you're actually, if you're going to go through all that hassle, you would have just did it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I just do what I was going to do anyways.
Yeah, no,
which I was completely content with.
Well, I hope that kind of works out for you, and especially I don't, because Seagrove we'll give a quick plug, this coming Saturday, Seagrove Super Show, 11 or 12, I know it's one or the other, our annual fundraiser for the Knockout girls softball team. Boy, you know what's kind of neat is it happens, not much, but every now and then, an older lady will come to a show with her kids, to just a random show, and they'll come up to my gimmick table and they will introduce themselves as they were one of the knockouts. And I got to be very careful how I say that with their husband beside them, because I can't say, "Oh, you were one of them knockouts," because I don't want him punching me or nothing. So I'll make it perfectly clear that she actually played for the young softball knockout girls team, and we kind of helped them. So we kind of seen, you know, how all that circled around. But anyway, so we will be there Saturday. We don't know if it'll be Tully and Dusty 18 yet, but
at this moment in time, I hope so. At this moment in time, I hope so.
So I love that.
The regret is starting to sink in deep, but we're going to power through this hour-long episode that we're probably going to record.
Well, see, boy, I love that because now I can get something posted about very special surprise guest. Maybe. I'm going to put maybe outside it. Big parentheses. Yeah. Okay? Oh, we may have to bring you in either a box or a sheet, or I got to find an alligator head. I got to find a dragon head, like they did Steamboat. Mm-hmm. Okay? Maybe we just find the alligator bottom. Times is rough.
And then have Medusa come out.
Oh, yeah.
And she like tries to seduce Sting, but like she don't know how to seduce nobody. And Sting don't know how to be seduced, at least on camera. And all Sting just does... Woo! That's what I do when I get turned on.
Bullet. So I may need the dragon head. We don't know yet. Okay. Oh, Bullet! I'm very excited now. Now I may go to Seagrove. Anyway, great week, Bullet. Had a great.
Now you're gonna go to Seagrove.
Yeah, now I'm gonna go to Seagrove. Bullet, great past weekend. Big time wrestling, 2 shows. Sumter, back down in Sumter, South Carolina, an old Crockett town. Bullet, believe it or not, a lot of history in that building. For me personally, is. And I don't know if you remember when Vince McMahon first started getting real huge. Well, all these promoters, and you know where this is going, all these promoters were going to get together and work together. Jim Crockett, Jerry Jarrett, Carlos Colon, AWA, Vern Gagne, they all came to Sumter, that same building, and brought all their top talent. It was called Pro Wrestling USA. And they were going to take over the world. And so I actually wrestled Bob Backlund in that same building. I mean, they had Abdullah, Carlos Colon work. They had Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, it was the who's who of pro wrestling. And we were going to change the world and give Vince a run for their money. But we all forgot that there was actually wrestlers involved. Mm-hmm. So anytime that happens, you can guess what happened. So about 3 shows later, they were out of business. So no Pro Wrestling USA took over, nothing like that. But anyway, it was kind of neat to be back in that building. And then, of course, Saturday night, but listen to me, it is a very monumental moment with me when I've got that microphone and Cactus Jack's right in front of me, and forget wrestling, okay? We are just very stand-up comedian-ish, okay? And all it took, but listen to me, sometimes I don't usually do good, okay? I have, you know, I got a lot of issues. But sometimes the genius in me that was buried all those years seeps out, okay? Now listen, so Saturday night, Bullet, heck of a house. All I had to do is I got the microphone. No, I'm sorry, back up in Sumter. I got the microphone and I said, Mick, all these people care about is that stupid sock, because he hadn't even showed the sock. We didn't know if he had it. And I said, and you forgot to bring it. And the place, all I had to do was mention Socko. Okay? I don't want to admit that the sock was over better than me, but it wasn't. Anyway, so guess what? I know what's coming, and we're setting it up, and I'm hoping he's got a sock. Mm-hmm. If not, I'm going to give him one of mine. But anyway, so we played that up just back and forth. That the only reason it's pretty bad that the sock's over more than you. And then I said, Mick, don't even get me started on my book's better than yours. Which nobody got, but I enjoyed saying that. I really felt good saying that
you
to
felt satisfied.
Oh, I felt very satisfied saying that to a New York bestseller book guy. Okay? So anyway, of course, at the end of the night, match is over.
Did your book make Necro Butcher miss his place?
You got that right. Oh, my good friend Necro Butcher. But listen to me. So, end of the night, match is over. Guess what? Mick Foley reaches for is the sock. And when he pulled that sock out, standing room only. I think the sock asked for more money once he saw the reaction he got. Okay, and then of course, boom, and then it worked good. It worked good. So biggest pop of the night come from a dirty old sock. Okay, so anyway,
listen, one of the biggest pops I was on came from a dirty old sock in myself.
Yeah.
So like,
it was just good, Bullet. It was very, very good. So anyway, we survived all that. Of course, I got back in. Of course, yesterday, Sunday, very emotional moment for me. Is of course me and Caleb Conley. Literally I had worked 6 matches in 3 days. If you want to call some of them other ones matches. And I really want to go out there and really do good for Caleb.
You would take the cradle shock. You would take
I
the
just want to take it all. I mean, I was even.
Did you peek through the ropes and have him jump on your
boy,
back?
listen to me. I was cocky enough even to maybe let him take that trash can gimmick and stand on the top rope and do the beautifulest moonsault I've ever seen, holding a trash can from Lowe's. Mm-hmm. I mean, and not break your concentration. Okay, but then I realized he's just pretty. I mean, that's right. He can just stand there. You can have a good match. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, but very emotional, Bullet. We went out there 20 minutes. Supposed to went 10, 20 minutes. 15 of that was me running my mouth. Bullet, the highlight of my career, and I've had a lot of them, was, and you're hearing this first. I've told everybody here at the office. But old-fashioned, old-school heat, Bullet. This man stood up, preferably not my water bottle, but one of them generic water bottles full, and he's threatening me. You know, I'm a bad guy. He's threatening. I said, go ahead and throw it. Brother, throwed it. Guess what, Bullet?
Caught it.
No, it hit right here. The Johnny Football of wrestling fans, Bullet, it hit. If you're going to hit me, the security said, you want me to go get him? I said, no, he didn't do nothing.
Or did you do the challenge where you do the flip and the bottle hands?
Bullet! Yeah.
Just doing the challenge.
That kid on that commercial throwed it further than this guy.
There's just a little toss and it lands. Boom.
Bullet, Michael, this was so bad, I almost want to tell security, give it to him, give him another chance. Okay? It was like at the carnival when you don't even throw the dart far enough to hit the balloon. Bullet, if I'm going to get thrown out of a building and cause a ruckus, you got to do something. Bullet hit right here. I mean, nobody even responded. It hit and rolled under somebody's table. Personally, I wish he'd have thrown it. If it had been mine, I'd have called it, resold it to him to throw it to me again the next night. But anyway, wrestling fans can't even be like obnoxious nowadays. Okay? But I'm from here to here. But from here to the cameras, how far? Bro couldn't even throw it that far. I don't think he played football in college. But anyway, boy, very, very emotional moment. Okay? And I got plenty of tissue if I need it. A very emotional moment during the match. I just got to heat up on beautiful Caleb Conley, and he's selling, and boy, listen to me. And then I've asked him to marry me when he was selling. But boy, I covered him for the 2 count, and guess what? I let him up. Of course, nobody in the building got it but me. Mm-hmm. But, but I don't want to pin him for a moment. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm sending my son like off to the army or something. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't. But anyway, so nobody got it.
Well, he's going to war with PWX. So he is going off to war.
So everybody's, well, what'd you let him up for? What'd you let him up for? I said, shut up. I'm in the moment right now. Okay? Anyway, so it was very special to me. Nobody else probably didn't care or whatever else. But anyway, very, very special. Very special. So anyway, and I did try to, but what was the most amazing thing for me is, of course, you know how we do it. We didn't talk nothing. I went 2 minutes before the match. I dressed at my table, went back, boom, we went out there, and I felt like, and was on first, so I felt like it was very, very good. So anyway, let's see Puma King try to follow that.
Pew King?
Yeah, Puma King.
Pew King.
Yeah, let's see Pew King try to follow that. The coolest outfit I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very Bill Edius, where when he's sitting there by just him, you kind of like act like you're too good, you know, like me, I'm prima donna, you know, didn't even want to shake his hand. But when brother dressed up in the gimmick, oh, I was marking out like crazy. I was first one in line for the meet and greet. Do you see what I'm saying? Bullet, just, anyway. So, very special time. So, I'll shut up, Bullet. You have shared a little bit. You got something, Atlanta, this weekend?
Yeah, I already did the whole loop thing. I definitely have Atlanta Friday. Whether I'm doing Charleston on Thursday or not, I don't know. I might be doing Tryon, North Carolina on Saturday. I don't know. I don't know what to I'll keep you posted.
So I may even know by
I'm
Friday.
hoping you know before you leave this office. I'm hoping by the time that I go back to my phone, this guy goes, nah, I'm going to rent a car. And that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, no, I totally agree.
You know what
I
I'm saying? And then I have fulfilled my obligation of trying to help out and doing the best I possibly can.
That's exactly right.
And we go that route.
Well, what's so funny about it?
I laid out all the particulars. Is like, this is exactly what I could do for you. And all of a sudden, he just threw it down like the end of the title.
Like, is that it? Yeah. I mean, is that the best you can do? And you're really going out of your comfort zone, out of
to
your
all
way.
the George Carlins and Richard Pryors, they can all kiss my rear end and then throw it down. Throw it down while I hand it to him and just throw it down.
Oh, I love that, Bullet.
Look up at his dad right before he does it too. Dad, here we go.
No 10-bell salute where they do 8, right? We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, okay. No
10. But real quick, I did want to share, since I know it ain't Christmas, but it's a given season. I did want to share a few things. Healthy nuts for you, please. A little gift here on the air. And Bullet, believe it or not, another one that you said you was able to make a meal out of it.
Yeah,
I even shared
slice
one.
It up, put it on the grill.
Yes,
happens.
and I even shared one over here. I don't think Dark Journeys responded to it, but I think Stan Lane got one.
This is great because the Super Bowl is this weekend.
That's exactly right. See, that's why I done.
And I'm going to Atlanta, where traffic's already bad. I'm going when the most amount of people in the world are in Atlanta. So
and see, boy, so what?
I couldn't go when Atlanta had the Olympics, but I can definitely go when it has the Super Bowl.
We'll see.
So that's what I'm saying. So let's get as many people in Atlanta as possible, and then I'll go to you, Atlanta. I will go to your
and see, Bullet, what I'm gonna do after the Super Bowl. I'm going to keep bringing those in the shape of whatever's coming next.
And I'm going to start asking a lot of questions. Why are we still getting football pieces of meat?
Well, see, what we'll do is they're just shaped as other sporting, the hockey puck. Basketball's going to be a little tough because there's going to be a lot of beef.
And pro tip to anybody that picks up this Bridgeford summer sausage that's shaped like a football, I highly recommend that you take the skin off. Because I think this is actually made with actual football leather. So you know, the outside is actual football leather.
You can throw that further than the brother throwed the ball of water. So, anyway, Bullet, Idiot of the Week, if you don't mind.
Jumping in here
yes, we are, Bullet. So much. This just happened, but I'm not going to throw this guy in it. I'm going to wait till after the Super Bowl. You know, everything's been pretty quiet as far as both teams respecting each other and kind of stuff. But the cornerback for the Rams opened his mouth today, and he said that age has took its toll on Tom Brady. So
which is funny because that is the same guy who committed the penalty that didn't get called against the Saints. So it's funny that he's running his mouth when technically he committed the foul that would have cost the Rams their opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. If it wasn't for one of the line judges not throwing a flag and even going as far to telling the other line judge not to throw his flag.
I'm telling you.
Big conspiracy. And T.O.'s at the front of it. T.O. is telling everybody they need to replay the last minute and 40 some odd minutes of that game.
Oh, I love that.
Terrell Owens is on the case.
And he'll get it done. He'll have them playing it 5 miles down the road.
Skip Bayless is leading the charge. Tell me they need to play that last 40. Because it is in the bylaws of the NFL that they can replay that game under accentuating circumstances.
And what's so neat, I love what some of the players are saying, that it should be up to the players to determine the outcome of the game, not the official. But I did kind of like, you watched, there'll be a big angle out of this. I did like how the referee kind of shut everybody else up, and it was his call. But, of course, I love the big Hogan. You saw the one picture, Hogan leg dropping the guy, you know. But anyway, so we'll just see. I don't think I would upset Brady, you know.
That's Psycho Tom.
No, I'm telling you.
Let's go! Let's go! Yeah, he's all smiles and golly gee whiz. But apparently in the locker room, he's just dropping F-bombs left and right.
Hey, I like the one Facebook meme they did where they had the picture of him with the long beard, and he's still playing, and then the ball head, and it was like, you know, Tom Brady, MVP Super Bowl, like 2,800 or something like that. So anyway, I don't think I'd disrupt him. We're going to see this coming Sunday, Super Bowl, and then shortly right after that will be Freight Train's big Super Bowl of wrestling, right?
Super Bowl of Wrestling, February 17th, Sunday, February 17th. So much going on. Daytona 500's going on that day. All-Star Game is in this town that weekend, and there's something else that weekend too. Oh, the Elimination Chamber. So February 17th. A lot to remember, a lot to do, but the most important thing to do is Freight Train Super Bowl Wrestling.
Yes. And so got those side notes in. I got a little bit ahead of myself, but Idiot of the Week, boy, this was pretty cool right here. As everybody knows, the cold, and we got another big cold front coming in. But I don't know if you saw it, Bullet, but the whole state of Florida is almost in an emergency because of the alligators are actually coming up to breathe. It's so cold. They're coming up out of the water to breathe, and their end of their noses are freezing. Okay, and it don't hurt them or anything like that. But I love the headlines because it said, alligator, city of Tampa, state of Tampa, whatever, is freaking out over alligators. And then when you got to read it, they're freaking out because the ice is actually making them freaky looking. Does that make sense? So just their noses are froze, but they're still walking around with a frozen nose. Okay? So why I'm going to throw the whole state of Florida in. The whole state, except Paul Jones. Well, Paul Jones, he's passed away. But his little area of Florida, I'm not going to throw that. But the Eddie Graham office, I'm not going to throw that. But the whole state of Florida, because what's funny, the headline said the whole state of Florida is freaking out over the scaredness of alligators or something. But I'm thinking, compared to what? Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, I'll be honest, alligators got a lot of fear because I guess they have some of these huge snakes down there that are killing alligators. I think if anything, you better hope and pray that this cold's going to kill some of them snakes. Those alligator-killing snakes.
Boy, listen to me. So, I thought, how stupid compared to what? Gentle alligators, Bullet? I mean, ain't alligators ferocious anyway? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to throw them in there. And then, Bullet, here's something that I want to touch on that's fixing to hit the wire. Okay? And they're going to hear it here first on television because it's starting to just break out a little bit now. Everybody knows that I am the prestigious AML heavyweight champion, defending my belt this past week. Well, the next show that's coming up, and it won't be in February, it won't be in March. This is the reason I'm mentioning it right now. And we're going to see how far this goes, is the name of this show is The South Will Rise Again. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, believe it or not, Mike Lee, several people have already complained about the name.
Okay.
Are you freaking kidding me? First of all, don't even get me started on my name is South. Okay? It's took me 40 years to get my freaking name on a poster. You understand what I'm saying? But listen to me. So, I don't know if this is going to continue. I ain't even got started saying my part about this yet. But I'm telling you right now, I'm saying this openly right here to the public. We ain't changing it. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is the South name is more about heritage than hate? Is that what you're saying?
Boy, are you kidding?
That's the point we're going.
Listen to me.
We may have to go opposite directions.
Boy, listen to me. Listen. It is my name, okay? And listen, it's like I told the first guy that complained about it. I said, yeah, I'm racist. I don't like stupid people, okay? That shut him right up. But here's what I'm saying. We are, in the whole scheme of things, Bullet, if you
get your one show named
after
my
gosh,
and it happens to be the most problematic name ever.
I lost to the Monkees, for heaven's sake. Do you understand?
But like of all the names you could have picked, like South's an easy one, like South by Southwest.
No,
Southbound and Down.
No, it's South, and I'm gonna have blinking. I'm gonna hotwire my engine. It's gonna be blinking when I ride into town. The South will ride. That's me. That's me. And if they read that little small poster, okay, Bullet. Here's why I'm so upset, Bullet. I may even have to open this and drink it. And take a big bite out of that turkey leg I gave you. Boy, it seemed like a football. What upsets me is...
Just take the skin off.
This is what upsets me. And this is what I'm going to take to the promised land. Nobody even acknowledges pro wrestling as being anything but fake till they want to start crap with me. You understand? I can't even buy a house and put down my job because they'll laugh me out of the place. I've got to lie and say like I own several businesses to get my house. One of them being
highspots.com.
Yeah, exactly. And rings and Necros Adidas company, Adidas. But see what I'm saying? So all of a sudden now we have credibility. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden now we're a sport. All of a sudden now people care when it's something like this. And I'm telling you, Bullet, they better take that somewhere else. That's all I'm saying. Because all of a sudden now, pro wrestling is and you watch, I will get, we're not changing it. That's all I'm saying right now, Bullet. So if you got time, okay, to comment on the name of this wrestling show that I'm headlining, okay, Bullet, it's took me 40 years. I will fight this. If that's what you get out of this, when all of it, and the people that are saying this don't even come to wrestling anyway.
Listen,
that's what really
ticks
me
me
off.
It's an easy fix to all this. You just put the George South will rise.
Well, we can't do that because the other wrestlers will complain. So
just put your first name in.
No. It's no. We ain't changing nothing.
Okay, all right.
The South rise, and I'm telling you right now, in this day and time, we're all going to die with an atomic bomb anyway. You hear me? So if anybody, I'm telling you, Bullet, I will be banned in 42 countries when I get done with this. Men, you'll be doing this show in a cave off the ocean somewhere. Okay?
Might have to. YouTube might kick us off. This is far more problematic than a Jordan Peterson conversation.
Well, I'm telling you, what aggravates me is people that don't know me, people that have never said one word to me, all of a sudden have a comment, and all of a sudden now pro wrestling means something to them. But I put 40 years into it, Bullet, and I'm telling you, right? They may be, you may have to put a sheet over me like Harley Race and Heroes of Wrestling. I'm just saying. But I'm telling you right now, people got to stop. People got to just, I love everybody, Bullet. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, I love everybody. I'll spend anybody's money. Do you see what I'm saying, Bullet? But I'm telling you, this ain't firing Bill Watts. This ain't firing nothing. I love everybody. But if you read that and can't put two and two together, then well, we're not changing it. It took me 40 minutes to tell you that, Bullet. Anyway, but the point behind it, listen to me, Bullet, because I love everybody, okay?
Okay.
The point behind it is, all of a sudden now, they give wrestling credibility. What I'm saying is, it's not even important enough to even disagree with it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And you know that. Nobody gives us credibility till they want to argue about something, okay? So, anyway, Bullet, and we may have to put a disclaimer before this comes on saying these are the views of my co-host.
Don't worry.
Not me.
YouTube will just take it down. They'll just take it down,
no,
demonetize it,
Bullet,
deplatform us.
Bullet.
It's okay.
But
It'll be like you, me, Jordan Peterson, Sam Harris. We'll all be on the outskirts trying to get on Joe Rogan to explain what happened.
I don't want on Joe Rogan. I want on your show. Yours is the same thing. I thought I'd listen to it for 20 minutes. But anyway, Bullet, I just want to say, people, calm down, and it's freaking wrestling, okay? Which nobody gives me any credibility. They want to stick us in the back of the honky tonks and don't even give us a light over the ring, and they just say, yeah, they're in the back. You know, it's almost like the date that nobody wants us to meet, but all of a sudden, either let them complain about something or let them want free tickets. And all of a sudden, pro
or
wrestling.
ride to Charleston, South Carolina.
Exactly.
With the sound system.
Yeah, but you can't do it in a truck.
Can't do it in a pickup truck.
Now, I don't have a car. I don't have a car of my own, or no way to get there.
And I had nothing Friday night, but you want to give me something Friday night.
I can't do it because he wants you to go He wants you to go get a new car just so you can take him. People, the world is nuts. If they know me, they know that. So anyway, Bullet, I will close with that. Is by the time they sue me and we get to court, the show will be over and there'll be a new poster up. So anyway, I'm just telling people, calm down. There is more. I'm telling you, but I'm not saying nothing like that's important, but I'm saying don't give pro wrestling credibility just because you want to complain about something. Any other time you think it's fake. Any other time you don't even acknowledge us. You don't even support what you're arguing about. Okay, boy. I gotta sit down. Okay? Boy, Stanley ain't gonna chop me again. Calm me down. Hear me? I said, what you do that for? I said, what you do that for? Stanley said, because you wouldn't give me nothing. I had to take it. But anyway, so with all that being said, Bullet, I'm very adamant about that. It is 40 years took me, please. Just let me have my little poster, okay, that I can put in a little a dollar store 5x7 frame, Bullet, in my nursing home when nobody's coming. You and Mike Lee will come by and see me, okay? You push me over, yeah. We'll go take me to ROs once a week, okay, Bullet? That's all I ask.
Just sitting there shaking?
Yeah. I gotta have a straw. Be sure the lid. Michael, be sure the lid's on my tea, okay?
No, granted, you're shaking because the food hadn't come there yet. That's just the shakes from the food not getting there. That's on the shakes from the Parkinson's. That's the shakes from the food not being finished enough.
And don't worry, I'll have the same t-shirt on. It's already got the stains on it, so we don't worry if we spill some, okay? Just once a week. That's all I want, Bullet. My one card, 5x7 card, with my South name on it. Boom, South Ross hanging in my little room that I'm sharing with some old crazy lady, okay? Bullet, and instead of taking me to play shuffleboard once a week, y'all gonna sneak me out, and we just go to ROs, okay? And I'll be happy. So anyway, all that being said, okay? But all that is still in the grasp, okay? That's not here or they. That's just a little teaser, okay? Not to get viewers. We don't need no help getting that, okay? They tune in on their own. But that's just things just aggravate me, Bullet. When we are athletes. Okay, we put our bodies on the line. We entertain. Nobody else can do. And I will close with this, and I will turn this up, and we'll get out of here. I'll close this with the filming of Paradise Alley. Okay, one of my favorite all-time movies. Early Sylvester Stallone-ish, early Rocky Balboa-ish. Everybody knows that over 30 pro wrestlers filmed the fight scenes in there. One of them was my good friend, the $1 Million Man, way before all the money, Ted DiBiase. And he told me the great story about all the directors and the cameramen were all laughing about how fake wrestling was. And Stallone stepped in and told them all to shut up, that those wrestlers will do more in one day than those cameramen will do all year. And everybody just kind of shut up, and then there was a whole new respect for that. And I've always believed that. We kind of do the dirty work or whatever, but we just go do it, okay? So anyway, just don't use that as a platform to complain when you don't even support that platform. And then it's almost like your uncle asking for free tickets. He hates wrestling until he can use those tickets to get over. You know what I'm saying?
It's like all the WCW podcasts I'm with you, the Tony Schiavone one and the Eric Bischoff one, talking about the executives' turn, and they went down to the area where WCW had an edit bay where they mixed all the shows, and they had their own little dedicated production studio. And one of the executives walked down there and was looking around, and right as they were walking out the door, they said, "Can you believe all this for just wrestling?" And Jim Ross lost it on him. Tell him to kiss my ass. You want some? Come get like whatever you can possibly say. But Jim Ross lost on him. Yeah. Now you wonder why Jim Ross didn't work at WCW too much longer. So.
And see, no, I'll end with that. That's just very, very good point. So anything else real quick before we sneak out of here? Before we get cut off the air?
No, not really.
And you'll keep us updated. Of course, I'll know by this weekend if you're going to...
I'm hoping by the time that I go back, check my phone,
I'm hoping too.
All of this has been resolved. This has been far more stressful than...
Well, could have been a good... You know what I'm saying?
I put myself out there.
No, you did.
And I was just going to shirk it and be like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help this person out, and I'm already regretting it.
You helped some dad get a belt for his kid for Christmas out of the kindness of your heart, and the dad stole the belt, okay? And it's the most miserable thing. It turned, and I'll never do it again. And I know after this, you almost wish nobody would have contacted you for this, the thing you're in. So anyway, So much going on, folks. Here, if you want to, I had something. Well, I forgot what was going on. Oh, listen to me. If you want to, no, I can't say that yet because we will get kicked off there. So if you want to read about something that nobody cares about and nobody gives us any credibility at all, just
the second greatest book of all time, which is about as credible as most news sources today. I don't know, but maybe not. But one thing is credible is highspots.com, which will ship you out your book immediately as fast as possible. If you want to know what I'm doing this weekend, I will let you know if I have overextended my kindness this weekend. And all you got to do is just follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Good show. That's what my line was going to be, and I forgot it, Michael. It was going to be, if you want something to read on your way to Charleston, okay? But
in your rent-a-car. In your rent-a-car, because it's trying to cost too much money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want something to read in your rent-a-car that you just paid for when you had a free ride? Get this. Oh, man, boy.